right. Landsdowne and Bloor. My God, you're not going to believe it. It's September. You're not going to believe it. It's April. April 2nd. Are you kidding me? Big storm here today. Fantastic. About 1 degree Celsius. 1 degree Celsius. Earlier on, it was snowing like crazy. And I was like, wow, it looks really good to go and film. But you know, when it's blowing snow, it's really hard to walk and film, and the lens gets all messed up. So I decided to wait it down and come and capture this beautiful, I guess this is the last snow of the year. I knew it. I called it out. I said, listen, there's going to be a snow coming in at April. And sure enough, we got the snow. You always get a snow in April. You live in Canada long enough, you know. You get in March, you got a couple of days of nice weather, and people are like, oh my God, it's summer, woohoo, put your boots away. Not so fast, lady, not so fast, not so fast. Yeah. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. One more blast. Not in service. Oh, that's a huge empty bus. I thought for a second that the subway went down. I'm like, oh, not again. Here's this one. It's been closed for a while here. Looks like only the wine stores and LCBOs are doing real well in Canada. You know, everybody needs their bit of booze and stuff, right? Yeah, we're open this, guys. What are this? Thrift shop? Wow, that place is out. Lucky Vintage. That one is for lease. That one is for lease. Wow. Lots of for lease places on Bloor Street. Bloor and Landsdowne. So if you're trying to start your business, if you're living in the United States and you're like, hey, I want to start my business, why don't you come down here and rent an empty spot? It's a little bit windy, but I got the microphone hidden in my jacket. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But, my God. Oh, that summer wind. That summer wind. You know, we got to pretend it's summer, right? Pretend it's summer. What is this place? What is Easy Health Food Store? Let's see what the Easy Health Food Store has. Oh, cookies. Oh, it's a cake store. Cake store. He calls himself a... That's a cool bar. Very local. This guy's never know if it's open or not. Probably closed. This guy probably closed. We got graffiti on the buildings, on the live businesses. That's like New York in 1980s. New York in 1980s was craziness. Graffiti's everywhere, high crime rate, craziness. And then they hired this mayor called Giuliani. And Giuliani, I met Giuliani a few times. I photographed him after 9/11, and I was actually on a plane with him from Vegas, so it was kind of cool. Yeah, he cleaned up the city pretty good. And then, yeah, by year 2000, New York was fantastic. His business was going, crime was low, people were moving in there, it was exciting. When I was living in New York, I felt completely safe at all hours of night, going all over the place. Chinatown, downtown, Manhattan. Never had problems, you know. You know, you saw homeless here and there, and, you know, people doing kind of funky stuff, but they never bothered you. And there was kind of a unwritten rule. These are the curbs on the bike lane. Unwritten rules not to mess around with everybody, and everybody stayed in their own lane or whatever you want to call it. So you felt very safe. So even if you went downtown and, you know, if you ran into kind of funky people, they didn't bother you, you know. But a little bit changed now in New York City, as I see my friends telling me, we the North. I never understood that slogan, the North. Some of these slogans, if the slogans that the people are telling you is kind of meaningless, they are probably started by a paid company who doesn't know what they're doing, or probably an intel agencies. We the North. What does that mean, we the North? Are we the North? There are cities in Europe that are even more northern than us. Canada isn't super north. We the North. What's going on in this place? That's a cool restaurant. It's probably a private event. Nobody's in it. About 4 o'clock on a Thursday. Oh, bike depot. I should go check some bikes. That's a cool looking grocery store, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, some of these slogans. Bring it home. Bring it home. We the North. I don't know what does that mean. Bring it home. Bring what home? Elbows up. Elbows up. Up where? Up who's, what are you talking about? I never understood some of these logos. Cool Army store. I filmed the Army store down on Lakeshore, TNT. People are liking that video. I asked these guys to film it. This store is really small. I'm still waiting for him to get back to me. I just want to kind of interview him a little bit. But I'm still waiting. Still waiting. Look at that store. Yeah. What are the silly slogans we had in the past? Oh yeah, say our name. The Iranians had their slogan saying, say our name, say our name. Whose name? Member of the parliament. Oh, she's trying to run for office. These guys are always closed. And then once election starts, they open up the place. Somebody's written on their window. They're just here when the election's on. And then like, this place is closed too. And then once the election's over, they shut up the place and turn off the lights and go, yeah, say her name, say his name. That was a weird thing. Say his name, so what? Whose name? You're gonna forget it anyway after a while, man. Once the name isn't in the news, you're gonna forget it. You're gonna forget it. Funky slogans. What are the funky slogans? That doesn't have any meaning, like doesn't have any. Lots of them, right? Lots. Both sides of the political divide has kind of crazy slogans that doesn't mean anything. Not just, look at that. Dufferin. Are you looking so high-rise, Dufferin? Wow. Dufferin. This guy's taking all these fruits and vegetables away. He's like, yeah, TV says it's about 1 degree Celsius. Baloney. Who's gonna believe the TV? It's like more like minus 12, as my fingers are. Freezing. What's going on here? Everyone. It's a kind of interesting store. I don't know if it's open or closed. No idea. What's this place? Like a bar or some sort? Oh, look at this place. This pizza place is definitely not opening tomorrow. And this place, what's this? Fruit and market? Yeah, this guy's taking all these fruits and stuff inside. I don't want to be freezing. I got the Islamic Center information. It's a mosque, isn't it? It's a mosque, probably, yeah. It says that they teach the home of the Quran speeches. So they teach you how to read Quran here if you want to be a good Muslim. This girl was looking at me. It's like, why is he talking to himself? Where is she going? Going to a Mexican shawarma place. Wow, Mexican shawarma. This pizza place, is it working or? See, when you drive by, you see a lot of these places and you think, wow, they must be open. But when you get close up, definitely not clear. It's done. It's been done a long time ago, man. Yeah, gated off. This one's probably, it's a hair salon. It's got one person in it. It's doing good business, one person in it. Right next door to Dufferin Returns for the subway. What a great place to have a salon. Right by the subway. Oh, it's turning to ice. It's turning to ice. It's getting icy, guys. It's getting icy. And windy. Oh, what are we doing outside? We should have stayed home. I should have stayed home and edited some. Oh, wow. The wind is insane. Just trying to get in. Hey. Oh my God, what a wind. Oh, what a miserable day. I don't know if I want to continue with the walk. Where are we? Dufferin? Maybe go a bit further, right? These birds are hiding. They're like, what are we doing here? We should have gone down south. Birds got to go down south. Oh, that's a cool church. Looks closed though, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks, I don't know. Maybe it's not. If you're a bird, you gotta fly down south. Don't bother staying here. 12 minutes. Oh, what a mess. Beauty supplies. Like what? You gotta be beautiful. That's where you gotta come if you want to be beautiful. Talking about beauty, a good client of mine, Fabio Samatelli, was murdered back in 2017 in California. We used to work together sometimes, to go to hair shoots together, do shows together, all that kind of stuff. And he was killed by his wife's boyfriend. Crazy, I know, crazy. So the wife pleaded not guilty. The boyfriend pleaded guilty, or a super guilty. I don't know, something like a super guilty, but some people have been biking here. You can see. I like it. These slushy bike lanes. This place is closed. Jerk King. He's not jerking anymore. This guy. That's a cool place. Cell phone computers. These are cool stores. You know. Copy, fax, scam. Scan. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, the trial is going on. The murder trial is still going on. And thanks. And it's been going on for a month, so it's very interesting. I was checking some of that out, see what's going on and that kind of stuff. On Court TV, I believe. It's been going on for almost a month. A month of trials. It's insane. So every day they had a break. They had to, I don't know why I've never seen a trial where there's a break, a week of break in the middle of the testimony. It's crazy because the jurors are not sequestered, so they go home. They can go home and revisit the transcript. They can watch the newsreel. They can watch the editorials on YouTube, and then the mind can be, altered, right? Like you're not supposed to. I mean, the judge tells them you're not supposed to talk amongst yourself and research, but come on. I mean, it's everywhere. You turn on your Instagram, you're gonna see a lot of evidence, right? You see a lot of internet lawyers, YouTube lawyers, discussing the case, and that's totally gonna change your mind on things, right? So I don't know how that's even feasible to have a 1 week break between a trial that's going on a month, and you cannot sequester it, like you cannot jail what does sequester mean? How do you explain that? When you tell the judges to stay in a hotel room, don't watch TV, you give them special books to read, and they can't do anything. Talk to their friends, basically they're in jail, Somebody commits a crime and the jurors get jailed. That's basically a nice way of saying it, nice way. But these jurors are not like that. So I wonder how is this even, are they going to call a mistrial because of that? I don't know. And the defense lawyers turns out to be kind of high-powered, very expensive celebrity lawyers in LA who, I did a little bit of research, they got off Heather Locklear, which I used to kind of like as a kid. I thought she was a kind of a cool actress. Heather Locklear was kind of back in the 80s. So she got a drunk driving charge. This guy's closed. And this lawyer's got her off. She was supposed to kind of spend some time in jail because this place is done too. Because drunk driving in the States is a lot bigger crime than I guess in Canada. All right, these guys came back to the convoy, decided to support the Canadian freedom movement. Good job, guys. Better late than never. Anyway, so this lawyer got a lot of celebrities off. So maybe it's got to be expensive, right? Some celebrity lawyer in LA. Cha-ching, I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know any legal stuff, so I don't know if it's doing a good job or not a bad job, or I don't know who's guilty. I don't know. It's hard to say. Now, what I found with these trials is it all matters. Oh my God, now it's raining. What a miserable day. Toronto, what's going on? Oh, man. Whew. Oh my God, now it's raining. A lot of these judges have to give the jury instructions at the end of the trial. And a lot of the case depends on how their instruction goes, you know, what they tell the jurors to think, you know, like, oh, you need to look at this and this and this. So a lot of these trials has to do with the judge. And this judge seems very relaxed and like, doesn't give a damn, you know, it's just like, huh, takes a week off, I got other appointments, like, I've never watched a lot of trials, I've never seen one that's so relaxed, you know what I mean? Witnesses go on forever and talking, and that cafe is new, looks like it's happening. They got the ambulance flying. Yeah, good. Ooh. God, fingers are, I gotta put my, hold on. Oh, before we put on a finger, she's wearing a mask too. A mask. Handwriting. Gotta put this on. Oh, maybe it helps. You know what I noticed? I didn't wear a glove on this hand all winter, and the fingers don't get cold anymore. That's really bizarre. I think I trained my left hand not to get cold, but my right hand, oh man, it gets cold right away because I always had it covered up. Here's another. Didn't we pass our office? Let's do an inspection. Office of this spying and the Liberal campaign office. Nobody's in there. All right, sneaking out. There we go. That building's for sale. Check it out. All right, this Bloor Street looking towards Dufferin. All right, I like to know where we are. I watch a lot of videos, walking videos. I love walking videos that other people do. In other countries too, especially in other countries. Watch Iran and all sorts of stuff. The problem is nobody tells you where they are exactly, right? So you have no idea where they're walking. You see all of these trees or rivers or mountains, but you have no idea where they're walking. They just tell you roughly. But if you're not from that area, you don't know what's going on. You got to tell people this is east, west, like we're walking east on Bloor. This is Dovercourt, so even if you want to really interested, you're watching this from some crazy country. New York, out of business. I like that graffiti up there. And if you're watching from, say, Iran or some, like a small town USA, wow, this is super windy. Let's escape somewhere. Let's escape to the subway. Yeah, we'll go to the subway, that way. So if you're watching somewhere far away, then you know where roughly it is. You can Google it, you know. Lens is getting wet. Dovercourt. No, let's go to the next one. Forget it. Let's keep going a little bit more. Massive Valley Village over there. Oh man, it was snowing earlier on, but it's turned into rain. Oh, this is not good. The rain, and oh, we got more bikers coming in. Let's check them out. How wet is that guy? You know when you ride a bike in the wet, you get that splash from your rear tire right into your backpack and your books, and I've done that before. Your crack of your beep is always going to be full of sand and water. Yeah. Okay, we're going to get to the next subway and bail out of here because I'm getting cold and I'm getting wet. Actually, I'm not. Dressed super warm. I got to pretend I'm cold. Otherwise, you know, Otherwise, the viewers can't experience. If I say, wow, it's such a nice day, I'm not even cold, the viewers are not going to experience the hardship of what's it like to live in Toronto in the middle of the winter, So if you're watching from some warm country and you go, hey, I think I want to move to Canada. Well, you got to check out all the videos. You can't just check out the good videos. You got to check out all the nasty ones. And you're not hearing the wind because I got the microphone in my jacket and the filters and all sorts of crap. Not to hear, this guy's empty too. Not to hear all that. Sometimes I like that crazy wind noise. When I did the Central Island walk in the winter with friends, I left all the crazy noise because I thought, so westbound on, it's the west side, this would be south. And we're walking on Bloor Street. I left all that sound in there because I thought, look what they've done to Doug Ford. I think he's the premier of Canada. He's the guy who's fighting with Trump. I mean, Trump doesn't even know who he is because Trump's not dealing with the premiers. Trump's going to deal with the governors, right? The governor of Canada, not, and by governor, I mean people who actually own Canada, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to deal with this ding-dong. Mr. Ford. But Ford's smart doing this because he's going to make the people of Ontario believe that he's strong enough to stand up for Ontario and all that. But the truth is, Trump's not going to go ahead with the tariffs. It's all going to be, one side's going to give up and the other side's going to give up also. And both sides are going to claim victory and all their people are going to be like, yeah, we won. But it's all a game. It's a negotiation tactics. People negotiating for cars. I don't know, I haven't bought a car for a while, but like when you buy a car, don't you negotiate with your dealer? Like the dealer says, oh, this is the last BMW that we have. That's it. It's not. They have like 600,000 of these ding-dong cars everywhere. I'm cleaning the lens, sorry. And you go, oh, but I do. Yeah, well, if they find out what you want, and you go, yeah, I want a BMW X596 and this color with leather seats, and these are the options that you think you want. And they say, well, that's the last one. Almost. This guy almost got the door price. Well, if you're on a bike, you see this car coming, let the cars go because they're going to win. You're going to get wet if they hit you. You're going to hit on the ground and you're going to go wet. So when you're negotiating and the guy said, that's the last car we have. Look at this alleyway. How cool is this? Oh, it's got a gate too, but perfect place to shelter in an emergency. So yeah, they do that. Car salesmen do that. Well, that's what Trump's doing. That one's closed. Definitely closed, right? Yeah. Oh, this is the last car we have. And you're like, oh, but I need it in blue. Oh, honey, it'd be great to have it blue in some stupid color or whatever. And they go back and forth and they go, oh, if you don't want this, we can give you this. It's all negotiations, right? And they walk away, they say no, and then you feel desperate and you pay extra money. So that's exactly what the tariff wars are, the car negotiations. With two car salesmen. Whoever is a better salesman is gonna win. And an average person thinks, like you buy a car and the guy says, you know what, you pay extra $500, I throw in a free radio. But the radio is, back in the day when you used to buy radios for a car, the radios from Canadian Tire, they were like $90. Meanwhile, they charge you $500 to give you a used $900 radio, $90 radio, and you thought you had a deal. And so you have to go home feeling you're a winner in the deal. So your wife goes, honey, I can't believe it. I got a deal on the radio. I got this radio for nothing. Free radio. And the wife's like, wow, honey, you're so good. Meanwhile, the dealer guy made extra $500 off of you and sold you a used cheap radio that's not that good anyway. You have to come back and replace it with a better one. It's finally going to charge you. So it's all negotiation tactics. It's all negotiations. Don't fall for any of that stuff, guys. Pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to your pocketbooks, your local economy. What the hell is this? What does that say? Lane reduction. All right, thanks for watching. I'm going to get inside the subway. I'm cold enough. You had enough? Yeah, you had enough. Thanks, guys. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. All right, let's go inside here. My God. The lens is wet. Awesome. It's time to warm up. It's a good thing about this Walking on Bloor Street is when you get cold. Ooh, wow, it's so busy here.